Hey guys, so I put the lens on the camera and I'm gonna start playing with it. There's a couple of things I want to point out because I think I got a couple of things wrong in the first quick overlook video, and I'm gonna put this down and show you guys when it comes to controlling the camera. So this is the lens on the camera, GFX. And I said that this button here rotates the lens 90 degrees, which it does. But there's also this button, which I thought was a release button. And this button actually allows the lens to be rotated at a couple, like I would say 5 degrees increments all the way around. And it clicks into place. So this is actually great because that allows pretty much any movement. I mean, I can't imagine that there is much you can't do with that. And that's great. I mean, that is really, really awesome. And again, in combination with this button, which just does a quick 90 degree, and again, this is independent. A lot of this stuff will make more sense if somebody actually uses the lens, because obviously this is the rise, fall, shift but knob right here, and depending on which way you need that, it'll make sense. But you can do any movement at that point. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this on a tripod, and I was thinking about, shooting a book or shooting newspaper or something, and it's kind of boring anyway. Thank God I have let me turn this around here. I shared a space with a master builder who happens to be my son. So he builds these mocks. So this is going to be perfect because obviously Lego has all the studs and everything. So I'm going to take pictures of this, close up, see what I can do. I'm going to tether the camera, and take it from there. Okay, so this is the Laowa 100 macro 2.8 tethered to my MacBook here. I'm just recording the screen. This is the Fuji tethering software. Works great. No problem there. I wanted to show you guys. So this is pretty much everything zeroed. Obviously, the tilt now is up and down. The camera is mounted on the lens, and the lens is mounted on the shoe. And this is what's happening if I turn the focus, obviously. So I'm going to focus on this, and we can see depth of field. And it's a 2.8 lens, so it's it's a 2.8 lens. So let me loosen the wheel here and tilt this lens down, or the camera, to the absolute maximum. So this is the maximum tilt. So the first thing I'm noticing here is that I'm not losing any corners. That's the first thing I'm noticing. And then the second thing I'm noticing is that this is the depth of field where that is now positioned on the sensor. So obviously, let me turn this knob. This is the lens. Let me go the other way to make this extreme. Now I'm pretty much cutting through that field here. I'm making the depth of field more shallow when it comes to this. And now I'm going the other way. And I'm trying to get this all the way now. Obviously I can't really get it all the way. Let me try. I think I might have to raise the camera a little bit on the tripod. And now I'm tilting the tripod head. So let me see what I can do, if I can actually get the base plate in focus. I think I would have to shoot down a little more on that. So let me raise that up. Let me raise the camera up. I'm gonna raise it up quite a bit. Tilt it down quite a bit. Yeah, and this is, let me see. This is almost getting the base plate in focus at 2.8. That's pretty crazy, actually. I think right now I have the base plate in focus. That's nuts. Okay, so let me zero the lens to show you guys. So that's the difference between, that's pretty much tilt explained right there. So this lens is doing a really good job, I have to say. I'm not losing any. Yeah, in order to completely get it in focus, I probably have to raise the camera up a little more. But that's pretty impressive. This is 2.8, so if I close this down, just to put things into perspective, this would be 5.6, which is, let me open this up here. This is 5.6, which is what the Fuji is at. So this is the most shallow depth of field on the Fuji, which would be kind of like that. That's really impressive. I still don't see much in losing the corners. Now I'm losing the corners. At the ultimate tilt, open this up some more. Yes, this is where I'm losing the corners. So that's hard vignetting right there, and that would be at f11, which, you know, that's pretty, and this is at the absolute max tilt. If I go just there, just turn it a little bit, I'm getting that back, and obviously if I open this up, I'm getting those corners back. So that's very impressive, if you ask me. I'm gonna keep the lens wide open and lower it again. I want to see how, so obviously for flat field, this is doing really well. Let me see how this is doing. I'm pretty much hitting this. I'm going to get a little closer as well. I just put a bare LED light right on top of this to make sure that I get those highlight reflections. I'm going to get this a little bit closer. To look at the out of focus areas a little bit, and I think this is looking really nice. If you see these highlights right there in the middle, this is a 2.8. It's looking really nice. If the focus doesn't seem to be, I don't know if this is me or if it's probably a little bit of a delay of the software here, the live view software. The focus is smooth. The throw is not very long. I wish it was a little longer. That's the entire, this is it. Oh. It's not very long. I wish it was a little longer. Let me come down here and put something in focus and see how close I can focus. I'm gonna have to come a little bit. I'm gonna have to scoot this over a little bit. Lower the camera. Actually, I think I'm probably fine. So let me see this. So this would be probably be, yeah, that's got to be 1:1. So I'm working at about, yeah, that is 1:1, and that's 0.3 meters or 1 foot. No, that's not 1 foot. Sorry, that is, that's what the lens says, but that is not 1 foot distance. It's about, I would say about 4 or 5 inches, which is good, which is still a very manageable distance. Let me tilt the lens here. And I'm seeing the corners creep in here. So at 1:1, yes, I'm definitely losing the lens, even at 2.8. So there are definitely limitations on what the lens can do. I'm gonna have to change this battery. But this is looking really nice. I'm surprised. Let me come up a little bit. Let me turn to this one here. Let me see if I can get this in focus. Yeah, I'm getting hard vignetting here. I'm fully tilted here. So let me get rid of the vignetting. This is about, yeah, I would say the vignetting appears at about 3/4 of the tilt. Let me just close down. I don't really see anything, so that's very impressive. There's a lot of range here. Again, this is not a 4x5 camera, so it's not like you know, you can get crazy movements, but this is very impressive. Let me show you the camera zeroed. Okay, this is the camera zeroed. Now let me try, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to rotate this, and again it's awesome that I have. No, this was, I have to get used to this because I just turned it and I turned it on the shoe, which that is not where I should turn it. If I turn this, if I push this button, it only goes 90 degrees counterclockwise, which in this case I don't really want because my camera would be upside down. So I'm gonna push this button that I didn't know I could use to rotate the mount, and I'm gonna rotate it. All right, now I'm horizontal. I'm gonna flip this back. Am I upside down now? I'm not sure I'm upside down. No, I think I'm okay. All right, now I should be able to, no, never mind. I wanted to show you guys shift or rise and fall. Let me undo this. Okay, so in this doesn't really make a lot of sense. I mean, rise and fall wouldn't be used for this. Rise and fall would be used for, well, I could use this to, what I'm pretty much doing right now, I'm moving the camera on the lens. So I'm actually I'm moving the sensor in the, what the lens sees in the circle of illumination. So I'm actually using the entire circle, which means that these, this is if you want to stitch images together, this is the way to do it, because there's no distortion or anything. It's what the lens sees, and you're just moving the sensor. So the sensor goes from about here, so halfway through this. Yeah, it's about, that's a really good range actually. It's quite a bit. Again, let me try to close down here. Oh, going the wrong way here. I just want to see if I'm losing the corners. If I'm completely, this is the ultimate, this is completely shifted all the way, and I'm at f22 right now. So that's very impressive. I don't see any fall off there at all. And this is the shift. So even at this distance, almost one to one, f22, which I wouldn't shoot, I'm pretty sure, diffraction. I'm getting, I have no cutoff at all. So the cutoff really is, the limit is really just a little bit when it comes to the swing or tilt. So that's very impressive. So far this lens has been, that's surprised me actually. Let me turn this 90 degrees again. Let me get a different. Okay, I'm gonna go to 2.8 again and focus on this front of this house here. Let me see, I'm gonna come up a little bit. let me see what I could do with tilt here. Yeah, this is really impressive. This is really impressive. And this is a 2.8, so this is, let me open this up a little bit. So this would be at f8, which I'm pretty sure would be kind of a sweet spot with this, I'm assuming. So I'm zoomed in here on the camera. Let me lock this down and just move the focus point. I'm gonna take a couple of shots as well, obviously, to see. I just wanted to show you guys what the lens is capable of in terms of movements, and right now I'm really impressed. Okay, so I just want to show you guys, this is about a distance of a foot. Camera is zeroed. I'm at 2.8. And I just wanted to show you guys, I was going to take a picture of this. Obviously the problem here is that it's really hard to tell with that super shallow depth of field if this is absolutely parallel. So let me just give you guys an idea of what the focus is on this. That would be all the way zoomed in. So this lens is very sharp. I'm going into the corners and it's like I said, I mean, these are absolutely tiny movements on the focus ring, and it's just incredibly sharp. I don't see sharpness or repo work being an issue with this lens at all. I think this is better than the TT Artisan lens for probably also for film scanning, which means I'm gonna have to show my friend Reiner, although he's been really happy with his TT Artisan, so there's no real need. But I mean, this is 2.8, so that's pretty crazy. Hey guys, so got darker. This took a little longer than I thought it would. It was really fun to get a couple of ideas about this lens. So I'm gonna shoot some more tomorrow. I'm probably gonna go outside. So far, I'm actually really impressed with the lens. It looks to be super sharp. Movements are nice. I'm really surprised how much I can actually move the lens. You know what it can do, even on the big sensor. So yeah, and it seems to be well thought out and well made. So far so good. More coming.